What's up, everybody? Oh, there we go. Wait. Okay, we're good. Audio's there. Okay, everything's good. It's nighttime in Derail Valley. How you doing? This is Kurt H. I'm Lazy Farmer, and we are going to be doing, my daughter calls it my autism. We're doing some train stuff today. Derail Valley, I don't know. This is build 99. It's been a long time since I've been here. I'm going to sleep on this, as a matter of fact. Let's see. Let's do 3 hours. See if that gets us into daytime mode. So it's nice in daytime. You guys can see what I'm doing. It's dark out here in Derail Valley, up in the mountains up here, and it's still kind of dark, but not raining. Oh, we'll go ahead and play this. I'm not going to do that again. So yeah, no, my daughter calls this my autism. Really? Already? Anything trains, but anything simulators, to be honest with you. There we go. All right, so we're going to shunt something up here. Where am I? I am up in the forest. Where's my world map? There it is. Okay. Well, I just drew a blank. It's tab. Wow. Okay, I just got done playing Iron Nest, and that video, at the time that this is live, that video for Iron Nest should be going live in about 30 minutes. So I did an hour on Iron Nest. If you're not familiar with Iron Nest, it's actually pretty cool. I've been watching a lot of videos on it lately. It is just, the best way I can describe it is just think battleship turret on legs. And I didn't look at the dates of the newspapers, but my impression is that it is either pre-World War I, post-World War I, Spain, about the time, and I don't know my history on this, but I think it's about the time of the Spanish Revolution. So we're fighting for Castile, and yeah, it's basically a big old massive battery that walks around Spain, and you get to destroy enemies. It's kind of fun. I've been watching a lot of videos on it lately. So anyway, I am FRC. I am right. Let's see. Let's get this up so I can at least see it. Come on. There we go. Right there. I am right here in this area right there. That blue is the way I'm facing. So we have one shunting order right here that I'm going to take. I already did one. So, and that's what I've been doing on this with Derail Valley. I don't know what changed. I mean, when Derail Valley first came out, I started playing. I liked it. There were some updates, and I couldn't get into it. And then the other day, I just decided to revisit it. I mean, I have it. I saw it. I'm like, let me put it on there and see what changed, because I know it's still in early development, and they've made some updates, and I don't know what it is, but it's really grabbed a hold of me again, and it's been kind of fun. And all I've been doing is bouncing around from all the different sites, doing whatever shunt work that I can do, making money to buy. So I want to buy all the licenses and then just go and have fun. I can play in sandbox mode, but this is my career. So, and that's what I'm trying to do, is buy the licenses. And I did find, what's up, Albino? How you doing? Yeah, I see you remember me too. I do remember you. So, anyway, yeah, no, it's, so anyway, then I found down in the harbor, there's a steam engine that can go, needs to be worked and repaired, that can go into the museum, the Derail Valley Museum. And then I'm on what am I on? I'll come back to this thing here. What am I using? I'm not using the DE2s anymore. I'm using these alligators here. I think that's what you would actually kind of call them. But yeah, it's kind of nighttime. I know it's dark, guys. But the DH4s. I'm using a pair of DH4s to do stuff. And I had a pair of DE2s. You start off with one DE2. I got my license, and two, I can do multiple units. So then I started running around with two DE2s. So, and so anyway, and I've been doing, just doing shunting. I was making money to fully repair, and the second DE2 that's in the back, or it's the one in the front. Like you'll see the difference because of the paint scheme. Because of the ones that go in the museum, you can actually paint them. You can sandblast them, paint them, make them look brand new. I need to get back to the harbor to the shop because one of these times, I mean, it's kind of hit or miss, but I want to get the can of spray paint to where I can put the legacy paint job on it. And I found another DE2 somewhere else, and so I'll put the legacy one into the museum, and then I'll start using the other DE2, and then we'll start working on the steam engine that we found. But in order to be able to move the steam engine around, I need those licenses. So that's what I'm doing. I'm shunting to make money to buy all the licenses. And we go down here to the license. And you can see I got a train driver. That's the first thing you go after you go through the tutorial. And if you're not familiar with Derail Valley, it's really a lot of fun. The DE2, after you're done, you get the license to do DE2, and you get the license to do the freight. I think to do shunting, not freight haul, but shunting. So you can go around and do shunting. Well, then I added freight haul, fragile, dispatcher, train length 1, train length 2, concurrent orders. Let's go down that list. Let's see. Concurrent orders 1 and 2, and then to get the SO60, that's a steam powered locomotive. I do not have that one. I don't have anything steam. The DH4 is what I already have. I got that one. There's a DM3. I can do multiple units, which I do. I have 2 units now. We use the MU cable, which I don't know. I can't remember if they ever added those or not when last time I played Derail Valley. And of course, I got access to the museum. That came about because I was following the map, and yes, what's the motto of my channel? I make the mistakes so you don't have to. And I was trying to follow the map, and I was coming into South City, which is where the museum's at, and I came in from what I thought was one side, but I actually came in on the other side, and I ended up going down the track to the museum. But I didn't have access to the museum, and I ended up basically running into a roadblock and derailed cars, damage, and yeah. And I had almost a little over. Actually, I think it was a little over $100,000. But by the time I paid for all the damage and everything, and even with the insurance in there, and then repairing my locomotives, yeah, it dwindled down to like $10,000. So I hit it pretty hard. So, yeah. So you're not going to see me run at track speed. You're going to see me run about my normal 30 to 40 miles an hour, depending on where we're on track speed. If we're doing things like logistical hauls or anything like that, which I have logistical hauls, I have that license, so I can take like these ones here that are yellow. I can do those logistical hauls, which is basically moving an empty set of cars from one location on the map to another location, but it might also include different licenses as well. And some of you guys who are familiar with Derail Valley, you're going, why are you telling me about this? I already know it. Well, there's other people out there that aren't familiar with Derail Valley. You guys know I do Run 8. Okay, well, here I am doing Derail Valley. And I've been doing Railroader a lot lately, too. And let me give you a little history of what's going on. I have been out because of medical. Okay, I've got a pretty bad issue going on with my back. Which is going to it's really going to force me to make a life decision. And so it's one that I don't want to make, but it's just a matter of I'm just going to have to make it. So, but I'm still working with doctors and stuff and trying to get things done. What's up, Andrew? How you doing? Hey, congratulations on your graduation there, brother. So, Andrew, I miss you too, man. I've been out. That's what I'm talking about right now. I mean, I got a pretty bad back issue going on. So it's literally to the point that I cannot stand for more than 5 or 10 minutes. And if even like I have to go to the doctor's, my doctor's office is on the other side of town, I can't even drive a car, okay, because I can't move my right leg fast enough to go from the pedal to the brake. I don't feel confident in being able to brake in time. So so here I am. I've been out on medical, and yeah, it's coming that if they can't fix this, say hi to your brother too for me, Andrew. Chasing, yeah, I miss him too. I miss you. I'm gonna miss you guys. I'll even miss your sister. So don't tell her I said that though. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks, Andrew. So I got, I gotta have friends, I gotta have friends take me to my doctor. My daughter, you guys have been in the channel with me and my daughter, we play our games together and stuff. She's actually pushing me, she strongly suggested, I won't say push, she strongly suggested that I move up to where her and her husband are. And I have not been on here since it happened, but I have a grandson now. My grandson was born on February 1st. So yeah, they want me to be up there so I can be closer to her and closer to the grandson. But she saw what I was going through because I did take a trip up to go see them. And of course I didn't drive. I took the train. You know me and trains. So I took the train, but I got there and they handed me my grandson, and I couldn't hold him for very long while standing. Sitting, no problem, but standing, it was painful. You know, and her husband was the first one to notice it, and I guess he turned around and told her, said, "You need to look at your dad in his back. What's going on?" And she got in there and just literally said, "Hey, you need to move." Anyway, back to Derail Valley. I'm glad you did, Albino. I'm glad you did. So yeah, you're gonna put your. You know what? I'll let you go ahead and put your link up to the channel. You've been in this channel faithful and good conversations. You know, anybody else putting their links up for their channels, I would say no. You go ahead. Now, if my bot says no, well, that's the bot. I might have to do something later. But yeah, and you know, it's what's inspired. I didn't realize I've inspired quite a few number of people, and there's some other people that actually have. Not only do they have Run 8 servers, but they've got some channels out there. And I found out that one of the guys that's in my streams comes in and watches me. I'm like, hey, this guy's got a Run 8 server, and I popped into the Run 8 server one day, and he has a pretty good sized community, and they went nuts, which was extremely humbling for me because I'm like, I'm just a guy streaming video games, you know, that's how I look at it. But no, they were like, oh my God, you're so great, but how, you know, they were nuts, and I would love it. So, and yeah, it's an ego stroke, and yeah, who doesn't like an ego stroke? Don't worry about it then, but yeah, I'll figure it out. I will figure it out, Albino. I'll get it. If I have to, you know, I'll go take a look at your channel, figure out what it is you're streaming, and maybe put something up in the comments or something. So just remind me. Anyway, in fact, I gotta get back. I gotta put my Discord's information back in here as well too. So all right. So anyway, so licenses. I got logistical haul. Manual service, which means I can go in and I can either, you know, pay the insurance to do it, or I can take and drop my locomotives off at a service facility and manually service my locomotives. This is my next one. I want to get to $50,000. I want to get that S282. That's the steam engine. There's that steam engine that's down there in the harbor. I need to get it from the harbor to South City so I can start repairing it. And then it too will then go into the museum. I could use it if I want to. And the nice thing with these, that the ones that you do use, if they get damaged, you don't lose anything. The ones that are actually, and this was actually kind of disappointing, because I've got, it's starting to get light. Good. Okay. So I have, you can see the difference here. This is the one that I started using. This is the one I repaired. And you can see the difference. I know it's kind of dark, but there's a close-up. I mean, nice shiny paint, very dull, rusty. You go through and you sandblast and you clean them, and even on the interior, if we go inside, you know, there's no chip paint. Everything looks brand new and fresh. I could use this one if I wanted, and if I screw up and make a mistake, you know, I don't lose anything. If I screw up and make a mistake on that one over there, that's the lead loco, then yeah, I could. It cost me a lot of money to fix it. So. You recorded a train carrying 215 loaded coal cars about 3 weeks ago with 4 locomotives. Nice. Okay, so your channel is dedicated to train spotting. I was going to say live trains, but train spotting would be the more technical term. So that's good. That's awesome. I need to. Well, I've been wanting to do that too. In fact, I'm looking at trying to figure out what kind of camera I want to use. I don't want to use my phone. I want an actual camera, and I want to start hitting some spots locally. But or get up around Roseville as well too. And because of my back issue and everything, I missed the big boy when it came through Roseville. So yeah, it's anyway. So, all right, let's get started. We have a time frame on these. You get a bonus if you do them in a certain amount of time. Time bonus if I do it under 68 minutes. So we're going to go in here. I'm going to drop this one in. We're going to get this book here, Shunting. And don't worry about, from Forest Central to Sawmill. No, we're at Forest Central. We're going to be staying in Forest Central. I need to pick up 3 cars on track B4S, 2 cars on track C1S, and then get them all onto B12. Now, I don't have to do these in order. I just have to make sure I get those cars. So, and since I am already in the C section on this track, let's go see if I can find them now. I'm bouncing around here. F, 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 F. All right, so it looks like the cars I need is going to be one of these flat cars. One or two of these flat cars here. I am looking for 914 and 634. Let's go down to this end here. 618. Are you going to put it in the middle? 630. Oh my goodness, you're killing me, Smalls. Oh, wait a minute, man. I'm thinking flat cars. Maybe it's not a flat car. Maybe it's one of these flat cars that have the 914. It is with the stakes. Okay. So 914 and 634, which I just brought these two over. So I'm actually going to I think I have to disconnect to turn them in. I'm actually going to hook them back up. So, and you'll see what I'm going to do here. And we'll grab the far one. It's easier to grab the far one and pull it towards you. The blue one is if I wanted to connect another locomotive, but I got 2, and that's been plenty. All right, and we're going to release the handbrake. Easy. If you draw a center line straight down. If the red knob there is to the left of that center line, it's released. If it's to the right, it's on. So, and usually when you pick these cars up, it's going to be the last one. All right, so we want these. It looks like we're going to be getting more logs. All right, so we are connected here. Air is on. That's good. Connected. Air is on. And this one doesn't need to be connected. Don't want air on. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out, stick them on this track, and then put the boxcars back over. That's my plan. All right, so I'm in the lead locomotive. Nice thing about these locomotives, it does have a dynamic brake, where the DB2s do not have dynamic braking. So if I do F2, it puts me outside. I can use the mouse, spin around, and then use the WASD keys to move around. I can move down to the last car. It'll be the last connected car, and that's as far as I can go. And then what I do is F4 brings up the control panel. It's saying I don't have air. Where do I miss air? Let's go back to F1, get rid of that. Am I missing air somewhere? Oh, that handbrake. Oh, wait a minute. I know where it's at. I only need 1 air on in the locomotive. Usually I put it on lead locomotive. Handbrake is off. Need to check this one, make sure the air is off. It is. Handbrake is on. Let's go ahead. Engine's not even running either. I came out before I started the stream and the engine was running. Let's go back to this one. Is the engine running? I know the electrics are on. No, I even started this. I started both of them. Actually, I didn't start both of them. I had one running in the front. This one wasn't running. Now it's running. Okay. No flashing light right there. Okay, so that means air should be good. Let's try it again. F2. Oops, actually go F4. Okay, nothing flashing. Good. Let's go down the length train and we'll get to that last car. Oh yeah, I've made some mistakes. So in run 8, in comparison, run 8, if I do a split track situation, usually in run 8 your train will come to a stop. And you'll get a message that there's a split track situation going on. And there's ways to finagle about it. In Derail Valley, you don't get that. You don't get that notification until your cars derail. I have a condition where I shake badly, but me and my doctor are trying to figure out how to stop the shaking. Okay, so here's the thing. So, all right, 7 more days to your birthday. Here's the thing for you, albino, that I would actually suggest. And if you don't already have it, it would be to invest in a camera. Now, some of the more advanced iPhones out there, or I'll just say smartphones, are going to have the ability to, like, an anti-shake ability. But if you invest, if you're going to be doing a lot of train spotting, invest in a really good 4K quality camera that has that ability in it, and it'll actually be better for you. And then if you want to capture sound, and this is the way I'm going to go, is I want to get a good camera, and then I want to capture sound on trains going by using the little, like, Rode it's R0DE, I think is how you see it pronounced. You see some people with it on YouTube videos. Oh, why am I not moving? Because my brakes are on. There we go. Alright, I just need to, let me back up 2 cars. There we go. I just need to get these 2 cars past that sign. But yeah, I mean, but the thing is to stop the shaking, get a camera that's got really good anti-shake in it. And even some people will even invest in, like, we're talking like nearly $1,000 for a really good high quality Canon. But they'll, that anti-shake will probably do you very well. Let me get rid of that. I don't think I need that. There we go. Now I can see the chat a little bit better. Sorry, guys. All right. In fact, I need to get chat onto my stream. I haven't figured out. I gotta figure out how to do that. Spoke about 2 or 3 videos. All right. Okay. So you're gonna be traveling like all around the country to do your videos. That'd be cool. I've been watching a lot lately. There's a guy that's been doing a bunch out of Sacramento. And he's been down here. He actually did some right from the train station here in the town that I live in. And I'm like, I recognize that building, and I recognize that train. And yeah. All right. And we'll just break the hands. Okay, so those 2 are going to sit. We're going to go ahead and make sure the handbrakes are on. Yeah, Derail Valley, I'm going to say, you can probably get, honestly, you can get by, actually I only need 1 on in this case. You can get by in Run 8 by not putting handbrakes on it, but unless you're on a very, very steep grade, you can get by. I don't recommend it. It should be a good habit. Always put a handbrake on, and there's a key command that you can do it where it does the entire train, and there's a key command that releases the entire train. I haven't found that here in Derail Valley. I haven't really looked for it, but I will tell you. Actually, I don't want that yet. I will tell you that if you are on any type of grade and you do not put a handbrake on, yeah, the cars will start to roll. Trust me. They call it Derail Valley for a reason. Alright, let's get the command up again. We're going to go ahead. Let's go forward, and we're going to put our box cars back on the track to our right over here. Let's release the train brake. It's amazing how much faster the trains go when you release a train brake. It really is. I stay in one place because where I go see trains they know me. Well, that's nice. I would still encourage you to do the same thing, but go to different places and network. Reverse. Come off the brake. Got to click a whole bunch of times. There we go. I should actually try clicking inside the box and see if it does any better. I haven't tried that yet. Alright, so these things here, same thing. I'm going to bounce all the way back to the beginning. Right. I need to get this car here just past that sign. Okay. Alright, don't need that. Let's go there. Off the throttle. Click inside the box and see what happens. Nope, oh, it did work. But I still have to multi-click though. Okay, that's alright. So, yeah, in Derail Valley too, Yeah, I'll run down here very quick. So there's other cars back here. In this case, I'm not in any way I'm going to run into them. But if you come flying in and you couple, I mean, even at 5 miles an hour or 5 kilometers an hour, they do kilometers in this game. At 5 kilometers an hour, you'll damage cars, derail, and all that good stuff. So it's fun. All right, don't be, and like everything else in railroading, you know, it's hurry up and wait. Don't be in a hurry. I was kind of concerned that it seemed like this is the word I want to look for. The last time I played, they were not very forgiving. Like that, I don't know, F2. They were not very forgiving on the amount of time it took to do a contract. And I think we should get better angle. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's see. Yeah, well, okay, anyway. Let's go forward. Oops, wrong forward. I'm sure there's like a quick release or something. I just need to look at the commands. Oh, that happens. Hurting your neck? Yeah. It happens. I just bought new pillows and kind of did the same thing. I need independent brakes. Let's just run the coordinates. Got the little pointer hand out, so I can click on that. Or you can use, well, I'm back inside here. You can use that to switch. That was the old school way. And going to external view like this is something that I don't remember being able to do. So maybe I was. Who knows? Back up, release, independent brake. Now I do have a rail driver. This is supposed to be rail driver ready. Right now the rail driver does show me the speed that my train is going, but to control it, it's quirky. It's not 100%. Not like it is. It's and they added the native support. The native support, once again, comparing it to Run 8. Maybe I shouldn't. But 3 miles an hour, that still might be a little too fast. So I just went up to 4. Here we go. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and connect these, and we're going to go find the other ones that we need. I like how doing that screw moves the car, but the handbrake is on. Go, release the handbrake. I need to go back. Whoa! What are we doing? Oh, I forgot. There we go. It was in a different viewpoint. Gotta get rid of the pointer so I can move the camera around. There's some little quirkiness yet. Alright, go F2, F4. Okay, on to the other side of the buildings. That's where the other yard is. We need to go there, and there's, so let's see, actually I'll go back to F1. I can't do that. That's why I wish you could pull this stuff up and look at it when you're in that outside view. Alright, so I got the 2 cars from C1S. Now I gotta go to track B4S and get the other staked flat cars. Alright. Ooh. Sorry. Yeah, it's just what I was talking about. I can only sit for so long. Okay, anyway, let's get back into this. F2. Get down to the end. Alright, and then F4. What in the... Okay, brake pipe. What is going on here? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, wait. I just saw it. I just saw it. Forgot to open that one up. Yeah, I forgot to open that one up. There we go. I was looking at it earlier when I was monologuing, and I went, I'm forgetting something in my head. You're forgetting something. Okay, that one's locked. Okay, now that's good. I know I was forgetting something. Here's the other side. I don't know where you go to do train spotting, but here where I live, and I think Andrew could attest to this, if I went out with a really high dollar camera, I don't care, I'd get mugged. When I was riding my bike, man, I had people trying to mug me when I was on my bike. Alright, so we are going to B4, I think it was B4S. Bravo 4 Sierra. Or Yard B, Track 4, Supply. Go that route. Yeah, well, I can't stay here for very much longer. How long have I done? 30 minutes? This may be an extremely short video. See, they got a steam locomotive over there to the left. I need that one. That one's operational. It's not for the museum. Somewhere on the map there's one of those for the museum. I want to find it. Okay, I can't go this way. Oh, crap. I just saw a dead end. That's what I get for not looking at the map. There we go. Alright. So I need to be on the track that loops around to the other side. For some reason I was thinking that this was going to loop around and connect to that main line, but nope. And I think I need, now that I think about it, I think I need to approach the yard from the other side anyway. You know what? Hang on, let me stop my train. Yeah, I can't do it from here, so I'll go back to the locomotive. Which I don't understand. That'd be a nice quality piece to be able to look at this. I want to look at the station map. Okay, so B is open on both sides and there's no dead end. I'm in C and there's the dead end. I'm on the middle track right now. So, and 1, 2, and 4 will feed to the dead end. So honestly, I could pull out and approach from the other side. You know what? I got time. Let me jump over here and find these other cars. Oops, wrong button. You know what? I think these are the cars I want anyway. There's these 3 right here, so I am going to approach from the other side. So 860, yep, 860, 718, and 893. 718 and 893. Okay, so I'm going to connect to these 3 cars from this side, and then I need to go push them onto this track, run up to this thing, load them, and then once they're loaded, push them into, oh, B20. Okay, not bad. So, which means I got to pull them out of here and then push them onto this track. I think that's B20. Let me go down to the sign down here. Yep, this is B20. Connect them to these cars, and I will probably have to push those back in order to get the 5 that I have. All right, I have a plan. I am proud of you. 106, that's good. So your first goal is going to be 500. That's what you want to get to. Get your first goal is 500. Then that opens up limited monetization. My goal is to try to do some more streaming again because I'm at 902 was what I looked at this morning. Puts me at 98 away from full monetization. So, and if I can get full monetization, then, you know, that's fine. I'm not looking to get rich off of YouTube, but if I can, you know, honestly, if it's enough to where I can buy a cup of coffee, I'm good there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead. Is this horn be fixed? No, that horn is. Alright, we're going to go ahead using the... See, I'm not even... Oh, I am. Yeah, I am notched out. Okay. People like train spotting. What's your channel name? You can type. You can type that channel up. You just can't put the link up there. You got it as albino tailgater. You know what would be interesting is if the people where you go train spotting and if it's very busy right there, if you could actually find a way to put up a camera that constantly streams, that'd be pretty cool. Valentine again, Tailgater and CSX training team. That's really, really long, dude. That's a really, really long name. It's an old school thing. The only reason I'm saying that is because this goes back to a long time ago when I was learning how to code websites. And I mean, like I said, a long time ago, it was a rule of thumb that the shorter your name, the better. Okay, there's my turnout on the other side of the bridge. Alright, let me go ahead and go outside. I can scroll back, go down to the last car. I'm not going to say that I don't think in Derail Valley they make it where you're going to derail at the slightest little mistake, because I've taken some turnouts above the allotted speed requirement and did not derail, but if you do make a mistake, it's not that forgiving. Alright, we are going to... Alright, no throttle. Typical train work. I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle because I need to get past that switch, and it must be going uphill here. I don't see anything that shows me. Alright. And then we'll go train brake because I don't want the train. The train will start to roll back if it is on a grade. Actually, it is. It says it right there. Underneath the sign, I don't know if you guys can see that. You see the number 3. That's actually 30 kilometers. They dropped to 0. And then underneath that's a signboard that says plus 1.4. And the two different colors slant upwards from the left to the right, which means it's a 1.4% uphill grade. So even if I didn't put on the train brake, then yeah, I'd be looking at rolling backwards into the yard. So yeah, I'm going to move to this side here because you can see it's telling me if I click on it with the finger, it's going to go. I'm going to diverge to. Well, this would technically be straight. Oh, actually, no. I take it back. This would be diverging to the left. This, because this track right here, there's no tangent until you get up to here. This is diverging. This would be normal. So, and that's how you do it. Derail Valley. So we're going to line that switch to normal. And now we are going to back up. I'm going to give myself a notch, even though we are on grade. I'm going to start out easy. If it was a downhill grade, I'm going to get the build up on the what am I trying to say? Sorry, medication is kicking in. appreciate that, man. I definitely appreciate that. Like I said, you are definitely always here whenever I stream. In fact, I'm very surprised to see you here today, because I know it's a Monday morning. Most people that follow me, they're at work. So school, they'll like out like Andrew, you know, he just graduated this year from the school that I worked at. So good for him. Congratulations again, Andrew. I'm sorry I was not allowed to be on campus to see you walk. There's a lot of students that probably were wondering why I wasn't there. Or probably knew that there was a medical issue, but yeah, there's a lot of students that want me to be there, and there's a lot of students that, you know, have just come in, they're freshmen or they're sophomore. You're gonna be here from when I graduate. You know, I'd like to be there, but yeah, I don't. It's like I said, I'm being. I have a life decision to make. Let's give myself a little bit of a notch. Speed's right here. I'm gonna come up, come down. I'm gonna use a little bit of dynamic braking or independent braking, not dynamic. Dynamic doesn't work. Alright, these separated a little bit. Let's see if I can hook them up. Alright, let's go to one, get rid of that. You know what, I'm gonna open the door up. See, this is what's weird. I'm using the mouse wheel. I would think scrolling the mouse wheel toward me would pull the door to me to open it. No, I got to push it away and then pull it toward me to close it. So it's kind of counterintuitive. And these are things that I can probably get in and change. Ooh, yeah, it's not fun, man. And mine's due to an injury I sustained back when I was in my 20s. It just flared up, and that's not good. All right, so air is connected, the link is connected, air is on, handbrake is off on this car, handbrake's off on that car. Handbrake is on this one. We're going to rotate it so that red knob is to the left of the center line. So handbrake is off. I'm going to come back here. We are not connected. Air's off. We're just up against the other flat cars, and it's kind of bouncing around. All right, we're going to go ahead and hit the FD to fast forward up to the locomotive. Enter. I'm going to go F2 to go outside, and then W to go all the way down to the last car. F4 to bring up the panel, and we're going to go set our reverser to forward. And because I've set everything to use the forward-facing locomotive, cut the air out, so we're good. All right, independent brake is on, so we're going to go ahead and remove the independent brake. And I get up to about 10 miles an hour, and then come off the throttle, and we're just going to let momentum carry us. So, but in all of this that's going on, I got some really good news. I got great news, as a matter of fact. Last week, so I haven't talked about it much, but I've got a son and a daughter. Love them both to death. They are the best part of me, absolutely the best part of me. And what I need to do is I need to move down here. Now I have a grandson. I'm scrolling. Alright, what I need to do is I need to be down here. Actually, I need to scroll in, not like that, and then move back. So in the meantime, I'm going to pull train brake, come and bring it to a stop, so that I'm past what I need to go past. Here we go. Yep. Alright, we're going to flip that switch, we're going to flip that one, and then the reason I'm moving down here is I need to make sure that all these cars, all, what, 5 of them? No, damn it, Windows. Come on, Microsoft, how many times I gotta tell you, no, I don't want sticky keys. I go into the settings, I turn it on, and I'm telling you guys, even run 8, I am working on, let me get a bubble mode here. I just need to get this last car past that sign, and then I can go ahead and load them up. All right, I am working on trying to get Run 8 to run under Linux, and I'm not the only one. There's a lot of people that want to get it, and they want to try to get Run 8 to run under Linux. And I have an older system, and I launched Run 8 in server mode, and it ran for about 10 minutes and then crashed, which some of the people that I've been talking to said that that was longer than any of them have gotten. What are you doing? Well, I said this is what I'm playing with, but I don't know enough about Linux. I'm a brand spanking. I'm a complete noob. Let's see, wait, I don't know how happy oh, you don't know how happy I was to see you. Oh, thank you. So my thing is, if the life decision after I consult with my doctors is what I think was what I really believe is going to happen, I hopefully will be on a whole lot more. So in fact, there should be a video actually right now. You should have another one if you look at your notifications. I think there's one. I think I set it for 12:30, maybe 1 o'clock. I can't remember. But there's a new game that released. The demo for it released today, and the full version is supposed to release next week. And that look, no, I don't want. I gotta wait for it to reset. I went the wrong way. How easy is it for that to load up logs? Okay, so now that's thing. So now I gotta go put it over on the track to my left. Key again. There we go. Let's get in here. All right, and then F2. All the way down. See, I like it better in Run 8 because I can actually stand on the logs. All right, and then F4, bring this up. I do like this though. All right, we're gonna go forward. Release the train brake. We're now heavier, so the physics is pretty good in Run 8 too. That's the other thing. When you're loaded, you can feel it. Same thing in Run 8, Derail Valley, same thing. I think I meant to say Derail Valley. Okay, awesome. Always welcome to post. Yeah, and actually I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody out there, and this is a warning to anybody, I'm not going to play. And my daughter is my mod for all of my Discord channels. And if you do not control what gets posted through your Discord channels, I will ban you from mine. And I will, the individual, I think there's the latest one, I think I know, he knows who he is. He actually self-banned. Appreciate that. Alright. This is going to be, I'm going to creep back. Because that's B2S over here. You can see the sign, but that's where I want to go is B20. Whoa, that was a flash of lightning. The weather effects are really cool in this game. See, I'd rather be, instead of hovering back and forth as a camera, I'd rather put my character here, have him stand using the F key, which is the quick sprint key, and put myself up here, move around with the WS, A, and D keys, and then hit F4 to bring this panel up. I'd like to do that. If I can, I don't know. Like, fixate camera rotation. Okay, I think maybe that locks my camera in that position. That's pretty cool. Maybe that's what I was looking for. What does this one do? First person view. Vehicle follow view. Vehicle follow. Yeah, so it changed everything. Now I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'd rather have my, just like in Run 8, I'd rather have my, put my character right here, hit F4, get this panel. But this piece here, the fixate camera rotation, that works. Save camera position. Oh, that works. Driving UI, that's what I have here. 3 miles an hour. Okay, yep, I know it's a little slow, but I mean, Run 8 I do. And I compare everything to Run 8 because Run 8 is... Self-ban means that he actually removed himself from my Discord. So, and I looked at the 2 that I have, and so there was some stuff that had come through that, quite frankly, was not, it wasn't bad. I've had some really bad stuff come through. Okay, I need to come down here. Which one was it? Not that one. Not that one. Wait a second, hold on. I'm missing it. Is it this one? That's this one here. Alright, so, put the link on. So, yeah, I've had stuff come through that highly not, I mean, just stuff that's not appropriate. Don't do that, especially, I can't have stuff like that on my channels because of where I work. I don't want that stuff because on my channels because I don't agree with it. It is your choice. That part I get. I mean, I'm not going to manage you, but I'm also not going to. Oh, I think I forgot to remove the handbrake. Let me see if I can do this without the handbrake. Yeah, I think the handbrake's on. Reverser. Air is going through the train, but yeah, I think that the brake pipe, I think that's just, it's either the last one was open, but I think the handbrake is on. Now what I need to do is the car, in order to complete the shunting piece, I got to get all 5 of the cars that I have past this sign. Once they're past that sign, I got to at least put one handbrake on and just disconnect the locomotives from it. I don't have to move them away, I just got to disconnect it. And then once that's been done, I can go turn in and see if I get, well, I should get paid. Alright, full train brake on, come off the throttle. Alright, F1, F4, hit the F key. Alright, and we're going to go put that red knob to the right of the center line. That one, handbrake is now on. Turn that one off. And grab the link. Hang it. Crouch down. Break it loose. You're good. I want to go down to the end. I got some time here. So that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, this handbrake was on. So I can go ahead and remove that handbrake. It doesn't need to be on. It always seems to be, whichever one, the way Derail Valley does, if I come from that side and connect it over there, it'd be the last one on this down at that end. I came from that side, so it's the last one on that end. Make up your mind. Alright, so now we're just going to go back to the office, which is... I always get lost. Some places I just have a hard time finding. There's the office. So I'm going to go here to the office and bring that up and just insert it. I get this. So this is telling me move cars from Bravo 1 Lima. Okay, no, move cars from B4 Sierra to Bravo 1 Lima. Did that. Charlie 1 Sierra to Bravo 1 Lima. Did that. Load logs, yes. And then move cars from Bravo 1 Lima to Bravo 2 Oscar, did that. Validate my order, I just did that. And the back page here, I got, well, the base pay was $10,000 because I did it under that 68 minutes. I got the $5,000 bonus for a total payout of $15,648. And that's what I was trying to do. Oops. So the thing's beeping because the money's there, but I can't grab the money while I'm holding this. You don't need to keep these. Trash can, trash can. Where's the trash can? Oh, it's right here. So I'm just going to point my thing there and drop that in with the R. Grab that, hit tab, and that real quick, just tap tab, and that puts that money in the wallet. I do have fees. You're always going to have fees because on one of the locomotives, because wear and tear, things like that. Even though you can be as perfect and as gentle as possible, you're still going to have fees. So, all right. So actually, I have $45,575 in my wallet. I'm going to deposit $369 in and then hit confirm. So now what that does is it allows me to go in and buy another license. I have $45,000 in licenses. So let's scroll down. License is scrolling down. The one I want to do, believe it or not, I need the hazmat. Hazmat 1 is 40,000, hazmat 2 is 130, hazmat 3 is 290. I need $100,000 for military 1. And the only reason I really want that one is because at one of the yards there's a lead that goes into the military base, but right now it's blocked. And it would just be hugely convenient for me to be able to use that lead to when I'm doing my shuntings. So all right, so let's take a look and see what I want to get off of this, which I don't need to look at that. I keep hitting the escape key, old game rules. So all right, so I've got this one here, which is a logistical haul. I've got 4 empty cars that I can haul from Forest Central to Food Town and Factory, which if you look right here on the desk, there's this one, which is another 4 cars that need to go to Food Factory in town. So train mass, that's 80 tons. The other one is 80 tons, so total train mass is 160 tons. So I'm bringing that up because that's $10,000 on that one. So both of these are $10,193, so that's $20,000 to do both of those. And so I'm in, let me bring up, this was a much better world. It's the same world map, but this one actually shows me where I'm at. So, all right, if I hit the Alt key, I can get my little pointer. So I'm right here. They want cars to go from here to, I think this is it here, food. I think this is where they want me to go. FF, I think is what it is. Let's find out. I want to go there. Let's go to our station map. FF is, yeah, Food Factory in town. FF is Food Factory. So, all right, so we're going to go back. They want us to go from here to the forest. Later on, we can get some heavy hauls and go from the forest to the sawmill and then bring cars back. We can do some of that too. But I think, I don't remember. Let me go take a look. I'm going to fast travel to there. I can fast travel back, so it doesn't cost anything. I figured you were going to do monster trucks. So, and I think I answered. See, now my medication is kicking in. I think I answered the question. I think I started to answer the question on self-banned, which means that he just deleted himself from both my servers. So he self-banned himself, and that's, and that's fine, and he may have even done it because he might have deleted his account, because he did reach out to me. He goes, hey man, I got hacked. Well, it wasn't just him, somebody else got hacked as well too, and a bunch of people that was like from his account went into my account. So I need to go in, because things changed on Discord. I need to go in and look at Discord and settings and things like that, because it needs, I want to set it up to that, hey, if they post stuff in my channels, that's one thing. But if it reposts from my channel to other people's channels on its own, that's a problem. Okay, so anyway, all right, so reason I'm here, I'm at the food factory here. I didn't bring my locomotives with me. get rid of that force so I can move my camera around. What kind of shunting do we got? A lot of shunting here. Whoa. So shunting. The red ones are shunting. Holding down the R key so I know where I place those. That's shunting. That one, that's a big one. That one I need fragile and long 2, which I have, and hazmat 1, which I don't have. So that's the other one I'm working toward, is getting hazmat. But then we got this one, which is a regular shunt job. Oh, a lot of shunting to be done right here. Easy shunt job. And so, all right. So we got a lot of shunt job. There is a mod that I might end up getting it because I'm playing vanilla, guys, and the reason is, let me make this statement. You're gonna see. I'm gonna say the same thing when you see me do Railroader. I play vanilla simply because these games are early access, and because of that, I mean, there's on Nexus Mods, there are mods for Derail Valley. There's mods for Railroader. And there are people out there that will grab a mod because they love it, or they like it, they're excited by it, and then they go and then they reach out to the devs, hey, this isn't working, you need to fix your game. I'm being serious. They're blaming the devs for somebody else's mod. So at least when it comes down to Railroader, what's coming with their MOW pack is mod support. Okay, good on them. Good on them. Okay, but until the games become fully released, which with the MOW, I don't know. I don't know if Railroader is going to be close to being fully released or not. But once they fully release it and it has mod support on it, and I don't know exactly what they mean by mod support. They just, I mean, what last thing I read just said we're going to be putting in mod support. So I don't know what that means, other than it's a list of tools that modders will need to use in order to make mods that work for their game. I don't know if that's been done with Derail Valley. I haven't looked into that deep enough. So, but I think that's a good move on the part of the devs, going, if you make a mod and you don't use our tools and your mod causes problems, that's on you. That's what FarmSim does. Okay, you make a mod, you submit, and especially if you want it on their mod hub, you have to submit it to them. They go through, and if there's problems, they push it back. And in FarmSim, there's a map I'm on right now, Whitcomb Valley. Very good match, very good map, very artistic. But the guy wants it on their mod hub, but FarmSim, and I haven't looked to see if it's made it on there yet, but they did make the statement that he wants it on their mod hub and can't get it there because they keep finding errors, and they push it back to him saying, here's an error we found, you need to fix it, this is an error. And they want, I mean, and I think they're striving for 0 errors, which is perfect. That's what we should get in our mods, is 0 errors. So but anyway, I digress. So anyway, so we got, so we got a ton of, okay, so I got a lot of shunts to work here in this little town here, all kinds of shunts. So at this point, I'm going to go back. Let's get the world map back up again. Now to do this, I'm holding down the tab key to bring up that whole line, and I can scroll back and forth, but just by moving the mouse. The other thing that I can do too is 1 is the radio, 2 is the map, do that kind of stuff. F4 brings up the mouse pointer. Well, actually, yeah, this is the mouse pointer. I mean, I said, did I say F4? Forget F4. F4 is when I'm on the train. It's the left Alt key. And then the right Alt key, if you see that little white dot, that's right there. Well, it just went away, but if I move around, it's right there by where CP is at. It just went away again. That way I'm in camera mode and I can look around. But if I hit Alt, it brings up the mouse, and in order for me to look around, I can push and hold, the center mouse button. But anyway, I'm in the map mode here. So here is where I'm at. I mean, this is where my locomotives are at. You can kind of see them. So I'm going to go back here. Fast travel. Yes. And then there's a couple of, they got those 2 cuts of cars that need to go to that town. So I'm going to go grab those 2 cuts of cars, go take a trip, come out this way, diverge to the left, go through OR. I don't know what OR is. I think that's the oil refinery. Yeah, OR is oil refinery, so I got to go through that area, which go creep through that, and then diverge right. Actually, I said diverge left here. Diverge right, creep through here, diverge right, and then go into food factory, and then follow the orders to wherever I need to put those cars, and which will then add those cars to the shunting list. So wherever I drop those cars, those will probably be the first couple of shunts that I do. So, all right, anyway, let's go ahead, and I'll go in the office here. Oh, get rid of, I hit the spacebar by accident there, guys. All right, so, I got another one here for food factory. I got 3 for food factory. And I don't, I have logistical haul. I don't know. This one's 55 tons. Now, here's the thing, the other thing I want to point out. Let's drop that one. So, I've got 3 cuts of cars I can actually take with me. And then I want to go into view catalog. The DH4-670 is the locomotives I have. So it's heavy shunting, light hauling. So on a flat, one locomotive can handle 2,000 tons. On a sunny day, it can handle 600 tons going up a 2% grade. On a rainy day, it's 500 tons going up a 2% grade. So, or up or down, and it has dynamic braking as well too. I have 2 of them, so I can double those. I can take all 3 of these, because I'm not even all 3 cuts, not even maybe 300 tons, maybe. So, let's see. So we have 55. This one's 100 tons, so that's 155. Oh, these went up. Oh wait, hold on. Things changed since we came back. Things have changed. Oh yeah, see, I stat this together. This was supposed to be a food factory in town. It was another set. So okay, so I still only have 2. All right, so it changed. Which is something I was wondering if I'm not working at a certain town, is there like fake trains running around? I haven't run into anything, so no cornfield beats. So, but there's are there fake trains running around? Either way, I'm going to grab this one, put that in there, grab that book, grab this one, and put that in there, grab that book. Okay, let's look at this one first. I need to grab those 5 off of B4S, which are the 5 that we just did, I'm pretty sure. Oops. Let's see. See, yeah, they did. It did move because all the logs are gone. And I was still, even though I wasn't connected, these locomotives were butted up against it. Okay. You're going to be that way, are you? I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Alright, so yeah, these are non-staked flat cars, so I have a feeling these are the ones back here. 761, yep, there's that, it's that one. 029, yep. Go run sideways. 135, 728, and 876. Okay, so it's these 5 here. Okay, those 5 flat cars. And then this order are 5. Let's see, I bet you it might be these. B4S. Okay. So 774, yep, it's these here. All right, that's easy enough. So we're going to move. I got to move. Are these connected? Let me see. This makes it easy. Okay, Okay, these are not connected, so I need to, and these are not connected. All right, so I need to grab these and put them on this track here, then back up, connect those, then back up, connect those, and then away we go. Fair enough. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But yeah, we come back and those I was expecting to move the logging car, that string of logging cars to the sawmill. That was another one I was going to look at. Let's see. Engine's not running. I'm going to cut that one in. It's been fueled. We got sand. We got all that stuff. Okay, so we're good there. Actually, it is not raining. So let's turn the wipers off. We'll leave the cap lights on because it's kind of gloomy out there. Alright, we're going to turn our lights on bright. We're going to turn our rear lights on as well too. Okay, and I'm showing, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Okay, we're going to come in here. Let me see. Whoops, wrong one. There we go. It is running. Okay. Why are you flashing though? That's because that was not on. That was it. Alright, so we're going to go F2, F4. We're technically going to be going forward. Trains are slightly moving. I don't know if you guys are picking that up, but they were slightly moving. No. I went the wrong way. Independent brake. Stop. Reverse. There we go. Dynamic brake. You got completely. I found out you have to. Just like in. Well, if I can get the rail driver to work. Just like in Run 8, you gotta be off the throttle, use the dynamic braking. That last one. That one. It says we're going 12 miles an hour. I swear to God, it does not feel that. Alright, should be clear of that switch. There we go. Independent brakes on. We'll stop. Reverser. Brake off. And a notch. Gotta go because my neck is killing me really bad right now. Have a beautiful day. I'm glad. Hey, you know what? I'll be back. I will be back. You have a good day too. Take care of that neck. Put some heat. Go heat nice. Heat nice, dude. And usually it's if you sleep wrong on your neck or like that, it's usually related to some kind of what do you call it? Inflammation of the joint muscles. A leave tends to work, although my doctor said I am not allowed to take a leave. So, all right, buddy, have a good one. Glad to have you back. All right, I'll go ahead. I'll tell you, if the handbrakes are on, that should mean. That's one thing, at least in Run 8, the handbrakes are on, man. It takes a lot. At 3 miles an hour, you're not going to move your cars. But all right, on this one, I just want this. Okay, connect that. There we go. Open that up. Open that up. Let's go to the back. Yeah, kind of connected, but Okay, that's off. We are not connected, and we got dangles. We're good. Nighttime again. So if it's kind of dark for you guys, I apologize. It looks dark on my other monitor, so I apologize. But we're playing at night. All right, I'm gonna see. I think if I put all handbrakes on, it would have come to a good stop. F. I said, come on, hit F. All right, same thing. F4. Oh, we got foggies too. Let me scroll out. Must have been scrolled out. Wow, I didn't realize I was scrolled out that far. Okay. And come off the handbrake, or not the handbrake, but the independent brake. Go forward. I said forward. My other forward. There we go. Give me a notch. I haven't used any of these either. Free view. Photo mode. The notches. 15 miles an hour is pretty fast, but there's a grade on it leaving on this side, so the grade is going to help me bring it to a stop. Actually, I'm going to put it on B20. I think that's a run through technically. That's why it's not signed as B3. So I'm going to keep that run through open. All right, train brake full. Flip the signal. Reverse mode. Come off the train brake. Give me a notch. That's really dark. It is so dark. I don't know if I can even change that. Lighting is on high, 3D model shadows, ultra high, vegetative reflection, textures, ambient occlusion. I'll have to do that offline. So I just dropped it down a little bit. I don't think that's going to affect the stream, but it's just I don't have any way of lightening this up. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Now I could go. Here's the thing. I could go into and go, lay on the couch and go do this during the daytime. Here's the problem. I took the work order. So if I take the work order and then go sleep on the couch, that time that I'm using on the couch to get to daytime is going to count against me, and I won't get the bonus pay. So, and since I am a cash whore, I guess I'm going to have to keep it. So, all right, we are good to go. Let's go into neutral, and there we go. To see if that helps. the other thing I should have didn't even think about. Close that. There we go. See the lights come on because I disconnected. Actually, let me test something real quick here. Because the lights go off. So if I go in here, and those are technically the rear lights. So if I put them that way, it doesn't do jack. But it does turn on the red lights, so okay, well, but even then when I disconnect them, they're going to turn those off, so it is what it is. That's the one thing too, I wish they would have Fred. You know, I know it's a European railroad. Kind of wish we would have something on the back though. There we go. Scroll out a little bit. Okay. F4, bring that up. Let's go forward. No, yeah, that's forward. Give me a notch. On the train brake. And then I'm going to go back and pick up all those cars. So I got to connect to them. And then go push back and connect to the others. Make sure you block the car, check the brakes, all that good stuff. And then head on out. Ready to go on. Brake. Flip that one. That one's lined already. Go into reverse mode. At least I'll give us some light. Lights rear. I can step it down here. So if I go that way, what I can do. That's a lousy bell. At least I can turn the lights on down here. Starter, fuel cut off. So I really need to investigate how all that works. I haven't done that. So I'm thinking, I'm at an hour and 13 minutes. I think by the time we get this hooked up and get through all this and then take the drive over to food factory in town, probably at that point after, get down below 5. Oh wait, stepped it on too much, too long. Give me a notch. There we go. How was my touch? Was it good? Was it good? Pretty darn good. Alright, go ahead. Let's connect those. Line them up. Go down here. Connect. Come on. Connect. There we go. Kills the lights automatically. Turn the air on. Brake is off. Brake is off. Brake is off. Brake is off. Oh, it's over here. Different car. Alright. And brake is now off. And now I need to back up on this one. So we're going to get back in the lead locomotive once again. F2, F4. Wait, huh? Why is that? put to 0. Sorry, I'm playing with the lights. Lights forward. For safety, that one needs to be on. Lights rear could actually be off. And if I go reverse, it should not turn those lights off because for safety those need to be on. So I'm going to turn them back on. Alright. Let's go ahead and independent brake. Give me just a notch, get started rolling, come off, independent brake, don't shove! Really? Handbrake. Handbrake. Alright, let's try it again. I'll put 2 handbrakes on. Give me a notch. 1 mile an hour. And there we go. We're good. That's exactly what I was looking for. Alright. Alright. Grab the shackle. Bind it up. Grab the air. Connect it. Turn this air on. Turn that air on. Alright, we're gonna turn that off. Undo this handbrake. Off. 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 What's up, Bob? How we doing? Hey, there's no SP on this one. This is Derail Valley, buddy. How's life treating you up there? Up there in the north. Did you get to go see the big boy when it came back to Roseville? I missed it. But I've been dealing with some health issues. I already talked about that at the beginning of the stream. Alright, we're going to go ahead at this point here. What I want to do is I want to pull the route map up. Because I have the dispatcher license, that what I can do, hit the Alt key, go into mouse mode. I am here. So I want to make sure I diverge to the right. This will be automatic. Go through the oil well, which I got to creep through there. I'll have to manually flip switches there. But then here, we're going to diverge to the right, which we already are. This will be an automatic flip, and then go into Food Town. So once we are in Food Town, let's take a look. So the boxcars, which are directly behind us. Next we're hauling. Those go, all 5 go to D3S. Okay, that's good to know. And then the next one, the flat car, same thing, haul to town. Uncouple on C1S. So now we know, so C1S, D3S, let's go to the station map. So C is right here, D is up here. So if I can flip this, so I'm going to do, if I'm coming in from this way, it's going to make me go to D. If I come in this way, I can diverge and it'll make me automatically go into D. So D, I think it was, if I remember correctly, it was, make sure I have this right. Oh, flat cars are going to go to C. So I'm going to go to C first. Okay. It's the box cars that go to D. Alright, so we're going to go to C first. So in this case, oops, yep, I want that back up again. So we want to go straight. That one's going to go straight. We want to go straight. That's going to go straight. No. Yeah, that's going to go straight. Because to the right would be going down to B. We don't want B. So we're going to go into here. And then I'll have to, I can flip it from inside the cab. Make sure that I hit C1S when we come in. pull in as long as the last car is on past the, and as long as this isn't blocked. Now, here's the other side. We may have to change. Well, not necessarily. No, not necessarily. This will work out. If C1S is actually occupied, there should be a run-through track. We will take that, push back in, pull out, and then push back into D. And this actually looks longer than what it really would be. I'm the same as you with health issues. Don't get out much. Yeah, it's been a rough few months. If it wasn't for that, I'd be on spring break not summer break anyway for the next 2 months. So I basically have 2 months to make a life decision. And a lot of that is getting my doctors involved. But everything's good. Everything's good. Okay, so other than that, medication's got me loopy as all get out. All right, so at this point, we're going to go forward. We should be set. Brakes are off. Brakes are off. Brakes are off. Dynamic brake is off. Give me a notch. Here we go. I put this locomotive in the service thinking that it was going to fix the horn. Yeah, no. Close that door. Here we go. I took my medication before I started the stream, and trust me now, I did a recording, 1 hour recording of a new game called Iron Desk, and that should be live now. Then I actually took my medication before I started that. And here I am, after I started that, I posted, got it up, and then I wanted to do a live stream. I haven't done a live stream in a while. So I kind of want to see where I'm at, how my system's running. OBS is not dropping frames. I'm happy with that. But, and when Albino was in here, he didn't say anything derogatory about the stream. So I'm thinking, like, your guys' end, it looks good, although I'm running at nighttime, so it's kind of dark. I am not in sandbox mode, I am in career mode. Alright, so we can do 30 kilometers an hour. I'm at 25, so that's just about where I want to be. And it's an uphill, so yep, I can see speed dropping off, so I'm going to go ahead and give myself another notch. There we go. Let me turn that down a little bit. I bet that's better for you because it looks like Derail Valley was blasting. So, alright. Actually, when I tab over to OBS, everything seemed to be fine. It's when I'm tabbed into Derail Valley that it actually... But I think the audio quality should be better for you. The game shouldn't be that loud for you now, right? If it is, Bob, let me know. Okay, I'm at 30, so let me go ahead, come off the notch here. I'm slightly over 30. I'm still increasing, so I'm going to come off another notch here. All right, a little dynamic brake. Let me come off all the notches. Drop me right back down again. Come off the dynamic brake. I'm under 30. All right, there we go. Give me 2 notches. So yeah, I kind of been fighting with my system. Okay, we can go 60 kilometers an hour. We still do have a 0.6% uphill grade, but we can do 60 kilometers an hour. So I can get it at least up to 40. And let's see, where are we on the map? I like to follow the map here. All right, so we are out. We're heading... We are going the wrong way. I just realized that, but that's okay. We're going to go We're going to take the long route. I thought, crap, I thought, all right, so that's me not knowing the maps. So here I was thinking we were going to go north, but no, we're going to be going south. How did that happen? I didn't think there was another exit out of the forest. Maybe there's not. You know what? Now I think about it, maybe there's not. I think it's only a southbound exit. Okay, that's fine. We're going to take the long way. It'll still be fine. So that means I got to get into this map. Oops. Why are you... Here we go. All right, and I want to go coming out here. That's right. That's right. That'll be done. That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh crap, I can hear it in the engine. Up to 50. Let me come off of that. Let me get into dynamics. It's 70 miles. Well, it's 40 here. I gotta hit dynamics. So full dynamics. Let's get down below 40. All right, there we go. It was 70 right there, but all right, now we're going to be passing Family Farm. A family farm, I think, is what this is. Whoa, 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 whoa! We're speeding again. Oh, I just missed that speed sign. Let's get down. I'm off the throttle. Super climbing again. Give me one notch. Try to control it better. Give me two. This is where I wish I could really do to get the rail driver. I might have to go. I might go to Nexus Mods. If I do get a mod, I might go to Nexus Mods and look to see if they have better rail driver support. I do have a downhill grade right here. No wonder it's wanting to take over. So I do not know when Railroader is going to come out with their MOW. Alright, they give us clearance for 90 kilometers per hour. Looks like we're going to be on the level here. But that's interesting. It's 90 kilometers through that switch, but then it drops down to 60, but there's no grade. So it looks like we're on the level here. So I'm going to come off of this, off of dynamics, give me a notch. And I'm slowly picking up speed. Give me another notch. Okay. To the left, I think is what I want. Yep. To the left. Oh, that's going to the right. I need to the left. Sure do. Need the left. There we go. And 1.7% uphill grade. We are cleared for 70 kilometers per hour. Then it comes down to 60 kilometers per hour. We're doing about 37, but we're starting to climb. So I'm going to go give me another notch. Still dropping. Give me another one. Cars are still behind us, following us like they're supposed to. Here's the steel mill. This is where we start. Steel mill, and there's that little spur right here. That's where you come out when you do your tutorials. You do it right here. So, yep, this should be right straight through, and I'm going to come off my notches. Trying to follow G-core as best possible. This is a little bit fast through the yard. Should be no more than 10. Where'd the bell go on this thing? I'll stick my head out the window, go ding, ding, ding if I have to. Alright, is that the bell right there? That's the horn. Sander, wipers, cab light, lights off. Wheel slip. Oh, bell's right here. I was looking for a button. It's a switch. You call it a bell. Bob, since the last time I talked to you, man, I've had a grandson born. I will teach him to love trains. And they're living up there in your neck of the woods too, by the way. So if my daughter gets her way, I'll be living up there as well too. Alright, I'm going to go give me a couple notches. So rumor has it, let's see. This needs to be going straight. Or at least, yeah, see, that's not right. Where are you? Trying to find you. It's in through the trees, so I can't see it. There we go. Did I get it? God, I can't get it. Oh, no, that's in, okay. I'm clicking the wrong one. That's inside the tutorial area. That's the one. That one's fine. Okay, never mind. 40 miles, we're good. 1.2 down percent grade. Let's go ahead and come off our notches. Bob, do you play Derail Valley? I know you're a train guy. ...120 kilometers per hour. We are on the level here. Okay, let's think I'm off dynamics. I'm just kind of coasting right now. Conserve of fuel. Let's see where we're at. All right, so we're gonna go up, and we need to go to the left, to the left. So let's do route map. Make sure that we are set for the left and the left. Set for the left, to the left. To the left. Yep, we should be good to go all the way. I keep hitting the wrong button. Sorry, guys. Should be good to go all the way into the food factory in town. So I think I rebuilt the locomotive that's behind us. At some point, I want to get. I'll probably need to get it back down to City South, but I need to go to Harbortown to the shop there, because that's where the only really good store is. But the last time I was in there, they did not have any paint for the Legacy paint job. So once that, if I go there and it shows up, I'll be buying that paint. It's like $30,000 for one can. And then I will repaint that locomotive in the Legacy paint scheme, which means I have to sandblast it, then paint it. And then once it's painted, I will find another one of these, and I think there's one there at City South. And I'll run the two nasty used ones that are all nasty, and then put the good one in on the display, and then start working on gathering all my licenses, and then try to find all the display units, rebuild them, put them in that museum for static display, and then maybe even use that museum for the locomotives that I use. So the disappointing thing is, so I can buy sand and I can sandblast a locomotive, but only if that locomotive is a legacy unit or a museum piece. But something like this, it's all kind of like scratched up and everything, and the outside paint's all kind of rusted. I can't do anything with that, you know. And if anything, it would be one of those nice things to do. Like, okay, this is that's the locomotive. It's one I've been using. I'm going to put it in the museum as one of the ones that I've used. I want to sandblast it. I want to paint it, make it look perfect. You know, I mean, even the bell on this thing is all tweaked out, and I even put it on the pad, and I went through and I fixed everything. The bell didn't get fixed. So, but you even have to go from City South to, it was, I think it's to MF, whatever MF is. I can't remember what station that is now. Manufacturing, to go get the parts to replace all the broken parts on the museum piece. Well, I'd like to be able to do that with my locomotives that I use. So that would be a thing that I'd be like, listen, get my locomotive. I like it. I want to make sure like my horns, like the horn's broken. Let me go get the piece, fix it, and then go paint it. You know, it's not a legacy unit, so okay, I get it. I don't need to paint it the legacy paint job, but let me at least paint it the Derail Valley colors for this particular type of locomotive and make it look nice and pretty. That is something for me to spend money on. I mean, that's a game. It's an economics game. You know what I mean? The whole idea is to earn money. So it's something that would give you an opportunity to earn money on. Yeah, a little slightly foggy. When it's really foggy, it's better. I can see better with lights like that than I can like this. But we're going to go ahead and run this way. All right, so we're coming up to another divergence, 60 miles per hour. We should be going to the left and then left again. I know that one of the locomotives, I'm not sure. Well, way back when I first started playing this, there was a locomotive like down there somewhere, you know, that rolled off the track and was down in the forest that you had to go find and re-rail and tow it to the service facility in South City. So I don't know if that's still the case or not. But I'd like to get all the museum pieces and fix them up, and then, like I said, the locomotives that I use, I want to fix them up. And I tried. I don't know if there's a way around it. And if there is, put something in the comment. Let me know. Because when I had this particular locomotive sitting on the pad in the shop, I had the sandblaster. I had the sandblaster in my hand with a can of sand, and I pointed it at this locomotive, and it came back and said, "You cannot paint Derail Valley locomotives." Well, isn't by default every locomotive a Derail Valley locomotive? All right, I'm doing a little over about 42 kilometers, and this is 60, so I run slow. Yeah, I don't want to derail. I don't want to break cars. I don't want to damage my locomotives. You know, and I can still do. I average no matter where I go on this map. I can average, you know, anywhere about, you know, between 40 and 50 kilometers per hour, and still get to where I'm going, do what I need to do, and still get the bonus. So. I guess if they ever go full game, I guess maybe the next thing is they're going to plan like different maps, because that would be the other thing, is do a different map. All right. All right. So next one will be a divergence to the left, and that should be our last one. And then we're coming into factory food factory in town. And it says because in town there should be a shop there, but I don't think that particular shop is going to sell the paint that I need. I'm not really looking forward to being $30,000 for a can of paint. Good God. Alright, so let's see. I think it was when I did the Iron Nest video earlier today, I talked about it. Run 8 is going to be done. I'm still doing Run 8. Rumors are that there's potentially a version 4 maybe coming. I'm just hearing rumblings. Nothing from the devs, which is typical. Oh, it must be a great, because I am losing speed. Let me give you 2 notches. So nothing officially from the devs, so that's just a rumor. But if it is true, it's long overdue. My servers are offline for Run 8 for right now. I have a new desk coming for my office. The desk is pretty much going to be this entire wall that I'm looking at, this little tiny desk I'm getting rid of. And the reason I'm going for such a long desk, and a little bit deeper as well too, is so that all my flight simulator stuff is going to be on the right hand side. So that's going to be like, you know, the FMC and the EFIS units will be, you know, underneath my monitors on the desk. It'll have a place for my MCDU will come. I'm ordering from Wind Control. I'm ordering the throttle quadrant. So I'm waiting for that to come in. I'll probably go to, I have Thrustmaster, but I'll even go to their side stick, but the Thrustmaster side stick should, if I have issues with it, then I'll definitely go and get a new side stick as well too. But eventually I will get, oh, well, you know what the hell, I'm going to replace them both. Okay, and the Thrustmaster stuff works just great, is probably going to get put up for sale. So, and I know somebody said that they kind of already wanted it, and so, there's nothing wrong with it. I just want to go completely wind control. And the reason is because they've come out with their they're going to be coming out with their radio module, which is available for pre-order. I'm drawing a blank, but where you put in your identification code, that is out for pre-order, and I believe their overhead panel is out for pre-order, or should be out for pre-order pretty soon, and it is 1-for-1. Everything's 1-for-1, so it is life-size. So, which means that my plan there is to buy a stanchion that will go up to behind my 3 monitors, and will go above, so the overhead panel will actually be up above like it would be in the real plane. Working hard. I'm coming up to about 30 or 35. What's the speed here? 40. I'm gonna come off the notch. I can hear it. Yeah, it's about to go. Let's go off all the way off the notches. I didn't look to see if we're going to be going downhill. Gonna go into dynamics for a little bit. Slow this thing down. All right, completely off dynamics. I can tell. Yeah, we're going downhill. 50 kilometers per hour, so I don't need so many dynamics. All right, that was our last divergence. Our next stop is going to be food factory in town. And that puts us at about 1 hour and yeah, we're at 1 hour 45 minutes right now, so we got about 15 minutes. So probably about the time I get there, I think what I'll do is I'll go through, no matter how long it takes, I'll go through, drop the cars off, turn the work orders in, collect pay, and then that'll be the end of the stream, guys. Just to let you all know. So here we're under 40. Give me another notch on the dynamics. Slow it down, come off that notch. Alright, so we can go up to, we get up to 50. Oh, it was rusted out. It looks like we have a downhill grade, but we can at least get up to 50 kilometers per hour. So once again, I'm going to hold it about between 40 and 45. Okay, so here is a divergence. I think at this point here, go full dynamics. I don't know the map that well, so I want to slow it down until I see, because I can see food, there's food factory right in front of us. Somebody needs to come out and cut these trees back. You know, if any game needs an MOW crew, it's this one. Don't watch TV. I'm just thinking about too. It's like, what is there to watch on TV? Usually when I'm playing by myself, I got stuff up on YouTube. I have Netflix. I think I'm going to cancel it again. I got like a free month for Peacock, so I'm watching that again, which is allowing me to watch some of the past episodes that I really enjoyed of, like That 70s Show. I think Big Bang Theory's in there. It's in there somewhere. I watch that over and over again as well. But for the most part, okay, we're gonna train brake, slam this thing to a stop. Yeah, see, I'm going to go left. I need to go either left or I need to go to the right. So we're going to get out and take a look. So I need, if I go to the left, that would be C. That would be this one, C1. All right, let's bounce out. And C1 is over here. All right, so C1 has cars on it. So I can go through on C2. So let me go back this way. Okay, that's diverging correctly. This one is not. This one. And this one is not. There we go. This one is not. All right. So, okay, so now that tells me if I go this way, I think this is passenger. I don't know if there's passenger involved in this or not. I haven't seen anything. Is it the other way? Here's D. Okay. So the other one I need to do is D, which is D3. So if I back into D3, which is this one, is perfect. D3 is occupied. Okay, so this works out perfectly. Okay. So it's going to be good. we're going to be coming in. We'll be drop in once we get up toward the sign, and the cars that I have are fully in. We'll back them into. Oops. Oh, it must be dynamic. I'm like, why can't I move it? Because I was on dynamic braking. Yeah. We go straight here. That should be, yeah, you see the bar right below it, like right there, it's straight or normal. So we're going to go normal, then this will go to the left, and then it's normal, normal, and then right, which would take us right down an open track. And then we would back into the track to our right-hand side to drop the flat cars. Perfect. Come off the notch. Give me some. Oh, we're coming to the yard. Beep, beep. There we go. We're under 15 miles an hour. Yeah, I need to start. I want to get the hazmat so I can start doing some of the tank stuff. And then the military one, I want to get that. And the military one, you make a lot of money on military. Or at least you did back in the day. So what else? Oh, I'll be doing a stream on, I gotta test to see how well that'll work, but I will be doing, yeah, hello, come on. Windrose. That's the pirate survival game. I got into that one. First of all, I love pirate stuff anyway. It's just, I'm really kind of curious about that part of history. And I've been to the, cruise down to the Caribbean, and part of that, I forgot what island it was, but apparently it was supposed to be Blackbeard's castle. We went there, checked it out. I don't know if it's his real castle or if it's more. Okay, we're gonna stop the train here, see if I'm clear. In order to do that, I gotta go F2. Let's go F4. I can turn the bell off. There we go. All right. Yeah, I don't know if it's his real castle or not, or if it's just something that they. Well, it's definitely an old building. I will tell you that it was definitely an old building. Whether it went back to the 17 or 1800s, I couldn't tell you. Kind of like to think that maybe it was. Okay, so C1S, I believe, is where these go. This is where I wish I could pull it up here, but it won't let me. Yeah, it's not going to let me. I have to go back into the locomotive. That part I wish is a pain. All right, let's see. Flat cars, C1S, yes. Okay. So, but yeah, it was like a bunch of little shops, so it was more of a mall in an older building. All right, I get that. So, I mean, you're making your money up. 100% of your money is coming off of the tourist trade, off people coming in on cruise ships. So, but I think that if they wanted to do shop things like that, they could have something like they need to hire like the construction guys from like Vegas or well, I don't want to say Disney because honestly, I am a very anti-Disney person. Not when I was a kid. I was all about Disney. My parents were all about Disney and stuff. Well, my mom was, my grandmother, we go to Disneyland all the time. My ex-wife's family, they're all about Disney. But then it's like, once again, I'm a student of history. I study history, and come to find out, that hey, Walt Disney was anti-Semitic. Walt Disney donated to Hitler before World War II, so he helped Hitler rise to power. And then you just take a look at all the Disney kids, and almost to a kid, there's issues. So it's one of those things where it's like, I don't think it's good for I don't think they're good for child actors. I know some of the leadership that they had after Walt Disney. I'm thinking of one guy in particular. Everything right now is about hanging out on Jeffrey Epstein's island. How many people from Disney that were in the hierarchy of Disney went to Jeffrey Epstein's island? And I pretty much guarantee the guy that I'm thinking of right now, I mean, quite frankly, pedophile. Absolutely a pedophile. My daughter, when she was little, looked at her mom and I and go, I want to become a Disney kid. Can you guys help me? And my well, soon to be ex, and I, in unison, no. It was just emphatic, no. All right, let's back up and see if I got all these cars or if I have to push back. I definitely have to push back. I gotta go basically 2 car lengths. Okay. So we're going to go, I'm gonna come off the train brake. Let's hit the handbrake on that one and handbrake on that one. Okay. And I want to just give myself a little bit of throttle. Come off the throttle. And then train brake. There we go. All right. And get rid of that. And we're going to go. So, but yeah, it's like, no, because it's just not good. It's not good. And we ended up, there was one of the actresses that we were at Disneyland one time, and she was a Disney kid. Did a couple of the shows that were at the time. My daughter was a huge fan of hers, and my daughter ran off to the bathroom, and we were telling this actress, hey, my daughter's a huge fan. We were talking to her for a little bit, and my daughter was taking her sweet time because she was playing. And go figure, a kid playing in a bathroom. But anyway, so we're waiting, and she said, finally, the actress said, I can't wait any longer. I got someplace to be. Well, we appreciate you anyway. She was really nice, but yeah, she's like, yeah, we're like, yeah, my daughter really loves the show, and I said, well, and she's the one to give us head up that, yeah, the show's coming to an end, and it's coming to an end because I'm leaving. I don't want to do anything with Disney anymore. And there was another one that did the same thing, that she broke away from Disney as well too. She goes, I don't want to do anything from Disney anymore. So there's just issues. Okay, give myself another notch. Should be completely off of the handbrakes. All right, and we're going to do train brake at this point. Full train brake, handbrake. Whoa! I don't know what happened there. What the hell was that? I have no idea what that was. There we go. How do you get rid of that? All right. Can I do... Oh, F4. If I do the coupler, which coupler does it do? I've never used it before. Well, it's not that one. It was that one. All right, so that one, I want this car and do coupler. There it is, the brakes are loose. Okay, so now with that being said, I can leave that one there and handbrakes are on, perfect. All right, F4. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. What did I do? There we go. What the heck? All of a sudden, I mean, it's like, I don't know what it's doing. I don't even think it knows what it's doing. There we go. Alright, now we are going to... I hit a button. I don't know what I did. Alright, this one should pull free. There we go. Let's go forward. Other forward. Train brakes off. Throttle. So this one goes over to D. Which... that's got to be over there. I don't see anything on that side in the way of a yard. Oh, there's another one right there. Okay. So I can grab that other DE right there, and then I'll bop down with all three of them and put my display unit on display, and then it's just a matter of getting the paint so I can paint it. Can't even hear the horn from here. Oh. No! Wrong throttle. Bad throttle. Bad throttle. There we go. Alright, click that. There we go. Reverse, come off all the brakes. Yeah, I just don't, now I don't remember where these cars need to go. I think it's D4. I'll get lined up into the yard and then figure it out. Alright, I don't want that one because that will send me into the roundhouse. That goes into the engine shop. Don't want that one, so that's lined right. You know, I took the order, but I didn't see how long the time frame is. That would be a good mod. I wouldn't mind having that mod for Derail Valley. It would be a timer. You know, so I can plug in. If I even take multiple orders, what's the shortest amount of time? Let me plug that timer in, or actually pull it automatically from the order and then start, and then give me a little bit of pressure to get things done on a certain at a time here. All right, train brake. Let's try to stop before that switch, which will be easy to do. All right, let's get back into, I want D3 is the one that I want. Okay, I said D4, I was close. Got to do D3 and it'll be the same thing. Medication's messing with me. I'm sitting here looking at my keys going, what do I need to do? Alright, so D3, I think is that one. Yep, that's D3. So we're going to go Nope, diverge. Got that. And then we're going to go that way. There we go. Gotta be careful doing that because I could end up doing a split track if I didn't catch that in time. And that will flip while it's underneath your train. And I did that the other day. I actually put a car across 3 tracks. Yeah, that cost me a ton of money. You know, I'm sitting there playing. I just realized it's daytime. You guys can see what I'm doing. All right, 5 miles an hour. Let me give you another notch here. 6, 7. There we go. Just a little bit, 9 miles an hour. That's fine. Same thing. We're gonna have to couple up to those cars so we can shove all these things in. I'm okay with that. Especially now that I know I can do it by looking at this car. Like that. Wonder if I could couple to this one. See, that one's saying it's not coupled. Let's see what it does here. 8 miles an hour. A little fast. Yeah, that was a little fast. That might cost me. All right. So I did something and it did it again. Pin? No. I don't know. It did something. All right. Let's go all the way back. I'm past the sign. Sweet. All right. We're good. There we go. Couple bonds. Do that one. And we're going to do F1 and F4. Get rid of that. Come down here. Turn that off. Uncouple that. Do this. Alright, we can leave those alone. Let's go. I gotta go find. So this is. Oops. Nope, I don't want that. I want this. So we are at D3? Or is it C? I can't remember. D3. I think we're at D3. Yep, D3S. So D is there. So we need to head this way. Yeah, there's that. Is it that building? Or is it this one? Not that one. There's the shop. I'll come back to you. There it is. Here's what I'm looking for. All right, first things first. Let's start with this one. Left mouse button. Move cars from. Validate order. I got a bonus time. 17,000. Nice. 11,904 for the base. And a time bonus of 5,952. I will take it. It's money, 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 money. Money. All right, let's go ahead and take that. Put that in the wallet. Next one. Grab that order. Put it in. Same thing. Move cars. Validate the order. Did that. 7,749. Time bonus 3,871. $11,000. Not bad. Yeah, I don't need you anymore. I can throw you away too. Take that money. And my wallet now says I have $74,000. All right, let's go. I'm going to go to the shop real quick. And then we're going to call it. Shop was, I just lost track of where the shop was. I think the shop's this way. Shop's over here. There it is. Not every place. Any place that's labeled as a town is supposed to have a shop. Not true. What is this? PE2 260 micro shunter? Hell yeah, I want that. All right, so there's Kansas sand. Oh, crate. tool crate. Flashlight tapes, a bunch of doodads. Yeah, a bunch of stuff, but not a lot. And I'm looking, like I said, I'm looking for. They don't even have paint, the Derail Valley paint, but they got the sand. Swivel light, interesting. Label maker. What do I want? Do I $6,000 for a label maker? That must be in rubles. It says dollars. They're crazy. Freaking Putin. Overcharging me just so he can send more drones. What the hell is this thing? Eyeballs? Googly eyes. $1,000 per googly eye. I am not putting googly eyes on my train. No, no, no. Alright, so that's it. We got our move here. Come on. So I am going to grab this one. So here's another one, the DH4 670. I'm going to come over here. I'll do this off stream. Don't need it because I got these three here. But you can see that this one's all kind of nasty, rusted and everything. This one is one that I fixed up. It's a museum piece. And so I just need to go find the actual paint to turn it into a paint, to put the museum piece paint scheme on it, which is blue with white stripes, and then put it in its storage bay in the museum warehouse. Just something XP. There's no XP really involved in it. It's just something. It's a collectible. Things to do. So I will grab that. I'll go over and grab that other locomotive, and yeah. So anyway, and the end of the other stream I did today, there was we had a little problem. I forgot that I needed to re-up for some of my endgame stuff, or little signs like the little lazy farmer icon there in the lower left. So I redid that. I'm good for another year. I'd rather buy the stuff outright. And if I do find a better way, I'm not very good at graphic artist stuff and making my own, but yeah, this works. So anyway, all that being said, welcome to Derail Valley, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bob, Albino, I'll catch you guys later. Andrew, have a great rest of the day. Hope you did tell your brother Jay Singh I said hi. And your sister Lacey as well too. So I will catch you guys later. Leave likes, comments, obviously subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Help me build this channel back up again. I gotta get back into it. I'm not going to put a schedule out only because depending on how things are going with my health, if I take all the medication I'm supposed to be taking right now, I wouldn't even be doing this. So, but anyway, it is what it is. I will catch you guys later. Have a good rest of your day.